The U.S. government is getting closer to banning TP-Link routers. The U.S. and China agreed to a one-year pause on punitive tariffs. And mixed reality link for Windows 11 and MetaQuest headsets is now available to everyone. It's Friday, October 31st, and here's a quick look at tech in the news this morning from Engadget. A number of U.S. government agencies are backing a potential move by the Commerce Department to ban TP-Link routers. That's according to the Washington Post. Multiple sources familiar with internal deliberations spoke with the publication on the condition of anonymity, including a former senior Defense Department official. A months-long interagency process involving the Departments of Homeland Security, Justice, and Defense took place this summer to consider the sweeping move. Investigations into the company stemming from national security concerns have been taking place since at least last year. At the heart of the potential ban is a concern that TP-Link retains ties to China, despite splitting from Chinese corporation TP-Link Technologies to become a standalone entity in 2022. A spokesperson for TP-Link denied any Chinese ties, saying any adverse action against TP-Link would have no impact on China, but would harm an American company. U.S. officials told the Washington Post they are concerned because under Chinese law, TP-Link must comply with Chinese intelligence agency requests and may even be pressured to push malicious software updates to its devices. U.S.-based TP-Link Systems said the company is not subject to the direction of the PRC Intel apparatus. TP-Link routers are among the most popular here in the States, with the company claiming 36% of the U.S. market share. Earlier this year, however, former American cybersecurity official Rob Joyce testified before Congress that TP-Link's market share was roughly 60%, thanks in part to selling its equipment below cost in order to drive out competition. The potential ban of TP-Link products is another in a long list of bureaucratic moves or discussions that have come against the backdrop of trade negotiations between the U.S. and China. While a potential breakthrough in those talks was achieved yesterday, a source for the Washington Post said a ban on TP-Link products remains a bargaining chip for the administration. Speaking of that agreement, Donald Trump and China's leader Xi Jinping have agreed to a one-year pause on the punitive Trump-instated tariffs that are at the heart of the ongoing trade war between the two superpowers. Among the issues discussed when the two leaders met face-to-face in South Korea were China's chokehold on rare earth metals and the export restrictions on NVIDIA's AI chips. Trump had previously made some characteristically explosive threats that he would impose new 100% tariffs on imports from China as a retaliation to Xi's tightening grip on rare earths, the processing of which is almost entirely controlled by China. Those materials are essentially for manufacturing everything from smartphones and EVs to military equipment. As part of the, for now, temporary truce, China reportedly agreed to pause the new measures for the next 12 months in exchange for Trump lowering Chinese tariffs by 10%. According to the New York Times, Trump said he had discussed semiconductors during the talks with Xi and did not rule out the possibility of allowing NVIDIA to sell AI chips to China. The American company was allowed to resume selling its H20 chips in China in July after an initial ban earlier in the year, only for Beijing to reportedly respond by instructing its largest tech companies not to do business until a national security review had been completed. The leaders did not discuss the possible availability of Blackwell chips, NVIDIA's most advanced AI chip to date that is currently in development, and possibly a motivating factor in China's apparent indifference to the H20 architecture at their meeting in South Korea. There was also no resolution on TikTok and its future in the U.S. The last we heard, the Trump administration claimed to be close to an agreement that would see the U.S. gain majority ownership of the Chinese-owned social media giant, where it was operating on home soil. But nothing has been finalized at this point. Immersive productivity for Windows 11 is now available on the Meta Quest 3 and 3S with the latest release of Meta's Horizon OS. The feature, called Mixed Reality Link, was available on a limited basis after public previews began last year. The Windows Virtual Desktop experience is now rolling out to all users. After installing Mixed Reality Link on your Windows 11 PC, you will pair the machine with the Meta Quest headsets. Mixed Reality Link also supports portable, cloud-based solutions such as Windows 365 Cloud PC, Azure Virtual Desktop, Microsoft DevBox, and others. The virtual environment, which displays the equivalent of multiple high-resolution monitors, is similar to the Apple Vision Pro. Now, the stark difference in cost between the headsets makes this a far more approachable virtual working tool for the average consumer. The Meta Quest 3S starts at $300, while the Apple Vision Pro comes out of the gate at a hefty $3,500. Facebook parent company Meta has been investing heavily in virtual reality and augmented reality technology. The company recently teased a futuristic VR headset that it says will offer VR experiences indistinguishable from the physical world, as well as Ray-Ban smart glasses with Meta AI live translation and 3K video recording. Thanks for listening. There's more to these stories and more tech news at Engadget.com. This episode featured journalism from Andre Revilla and Matt Tate, and was voiced and produced from the sound studios of Spoken Layer. Enjoy your weekend, and I'll be back on Monday with more tech news from Engadget.